Open the curtains, lights on. Don't miss a moment of this experiment. Oh, the book is strange, like clockwork orange. Keep your eyes buttered till the end. Which you are going to be? Inside the mirror, do you see someone else in your body? Transform me 1 hand, 2 hand, 3 hand, turn around, say like a doggy till I finish my beat. Cut it off, cut down your nose. All the silver loyalty is gonna get you killed. You make robot or convenient theories for the puppets on TV. There is comfort in the streets if you're gonna control me. At least make it interesting theatrically. When there's a hit for me, think I am done with everything. Now I'm ready to leave. Dragging out 1 line, 2 lines, 3 lines. Connect our hands when I no longer can live on knowledge alone. You gave me strength, hopeful curiosity. You're still happy, answers left for my discovery. What's the color of the electric sheep you see? And if you love me, can you love your everything too for me?
Hello, beautiful people. I hope everyone's doing okay today. We're back in the library. We've got 3 floors to go, presumably. Bina and Hakma. Then after all that's done, we've got Roland, who's just Roland. So far, everything's been going pretty good, but it's time to bring it back. So we've got the floor of philosophy, and this is where we're gonna have Elena, who only has Nova Fabric and Shimmering. The Vermilion Cross. So Rampageous Strike is like Jebra's Onslaught ability. Interesting. So we're gonna take a look at what outfits we still have left. Now, we've got Jae-hyun's, who we just unlocked. We've still got Bremen, and we've got Tanya. All of those are really good bases that we can build off of. However, we've still got Mirne. We've still got Bayard. We still have Ye, we haven't used. We've still got Yan's page. Nikolai's page hasn't been used yet. And then we've got all three of these. Esther, Hubert, and Gloria are still open. We've still got some pages to play with here. And it does look like I think for Hakma's floor, that's where I'm going to use a lot of the pages. I think I'm going to make a Tanya, Jaehyun, and a Bremen. But I think I'm going to use a lot of my pre-existing builds for these ones, for the religion floor over here. Interesting. So I still have Alan's page as well. And Donghuan's. We still have all of the rabbits. Irina's page? I thought I used Irina's page on Chesed. Oh, that's right. We just got all of our pages back. Never mind. We literally have all of them. We can use whatever the fuck we want. We can use Purple Tear if we wanna. I completely forgot that Tiphareth, Jebra, and Chesed were their own unit. So we have like unlimited outfits forever. Okay. Well, that kind of changes things. We literally have access to everything and I just forgot. So I guess it doesn't really matter because there's like no way we run out of pages. I think I think I'm gonna put on. Oh my god, this is kind of perfect. Slapping Purple Tear onto Hakma is amazing. We'll give Simeon Philip because I don't like that guy. Let me see. I think Eileen and then Ye. Where is he? There he is. We have both of those guys in the same slot. And then, what do we have? My mom. This is my mom. We'll have my mom be Mirne. I think that's a really strong floor. And then for Bina's floor, let's take a look at what we've got left. So, I never named any of the Bina people. None of them. Oswald's page. We've also got Tanya's page, which we never built into anything. And then, who do we have left? Zhao? I think we're gonna have Zhao in there. I'm very comfortable with Zhao and I like them a lot. And I don't know, after this last series of things, I've really enjoyed using Alan. Alan has felt really strong. I think I'm gonna use Alan. And we'll ride with this. And let's see what this Vermilion Cross thing's all about. This place feels like a whole nother world. I bid you welcome, unfamiliar child. Now you can skip the introductions. I heard enough about your kind and what you do here. The power to manifest a physical space. I almost believe it if someone said this was a singularity. It kind of is. A space full of stars like the one shining over the city, huh? I would like to hear what you think of the stars. They say stars are like a compass on the sky that gives guidance to people. In that case, are the stars of the city guiding lights, dictating where the city should go? Or are they representations of the city itself? Are these stars shining over the city, or is this the city reflected in them? Does that matter? They're forced interpretations attached to them either way. To me, a star is nothing more than a dot in the sky, and they give off a forbidding impression, like they're looking down upon us from a highest post. That's what a star means to you, I see. Many alluring tales are told of stars, but when you observe one up close, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Isn't that what a star is? I have no interest in such pathetic things. I didn't rise to a star because I wanted to. Perhaps most beings who have become stars did so simply by following their wants, much like you did. You're right. I only did what I wanted to do, walking along a dry trail. We simply quenched our desires, just like your kind always do. Yet they feared us to an unreasonable degree. Blood fiends, blood red knight, those names plainly show how they perceive us, even though they know that we're fundamentally humans like them. But I suppose there's no use in complaining about it at this point. Then I must wonder how you felt when you craved for human blood, if you still consider yourself one. Feelings? I just kill and be done with it. I've got to do something to slake this searing desire that gradually grows stronger. I guess I wasn't always like this. At first, for myself, I bit into the flesh of other humans and drank their blood for my own sake. The severe thirst was one thing, but there was also something I wanted to know. Have I become a beast that must feed on human blood like others, or am I just being a pathetic runaway escaping from reality? Or am I a mere human who's gone insane from the fiendish circumstances and twisted desires? I would continually ask myself that question as I chewed on their flesh. What could be the reason? Maybe I was desperate to convince myself. I used to be an ordinary human being, living an ordinary life after all. Eventually, I found myself looking for a conclusion for the matter that won't have one. I guess I still had a grip on my sanity at that time, even as I shoved bits of flesh in my mouth from the irresistible thirst. I constantly questioned myself, telling myself that this was wrong. Well, it's all a story of the past. It's funny to look back on those times now. It's funny to look back on that now, whenever I used to eat bits of flesh and wonder whether or not I was turning into a monster. Are you amused by the image of your past self seeking an answer for a question that has none? I doubt your kind would have viewed us any differently, even if I continued to think about it. I don't expect your kind to take a sudden shift and change your views on us or anything. If they want to live their lives as they see fit, then they won't stop me from doing the same. Think about it. We can't roam the street in peace. We're forced to live in the darkness. What sins have we committed to deserve this treatment? Why must we suffer to ensure that your kind lives a painless life? We're humans just like you. We just look a bit different. Seeing your kind lavishly pursue your desires while we're left in the dark, it's only natural for me to feel indignant. Feel it? If they won't reconsider how they see us, no matter what we do, we'll gladly stop holding back and live as we like. Intriguing tale. Intriguing, whatever. If that's how you want to take it. What you think or what kind of world you want to make are all irrelevant to me anyway, no? You would be right. Now is the time to fight for where you stand. Be prepared. Prepare your butt cheeks. Okay. If target is the Vermilion Cross, give him 3 strength and protection. Interesting. And I wonder if we can actually like peel that off. We can peel that off. So we're gonna have to do that because your cheeks are prepared. Good. I'm glad your cheeks are prepared. So we've got a whole lot of blocks going on here. You see we've got 6-9, 6-9, 6-9. Nice, nice, nice. 5-8 and 5-8. So she's got a total of 5 reactionary blocks that are happening. Now, if we don't attack her here, especially with the 6-9s, she's going to give this guy strength and protection. That's untenable. It's not an option. Can't allow it. Can't abide it. We have only one single dice that has the ability to actually intercept this this card here, this 7. And I'm kind of looking at it. I don't really think I need to. Yeah, because if we're going to attack, let me see. What other options do I have? We have to pull this away. Otherwise, we're going to be dealing with a amped up character. So leaving that is not really an option. And we could pull it away with somebody else. I just wonder, should I be focusing on her or should I be focusing on the Vermilion Cross? That's the question, right? I kind of feel like I should have brought Zhao in here to this fight in particular. I think one-sided attacks might actually not be a great idea here. We have to beat out all these counter dice, which means we need to throw all of our extra attacks onto the big boy. Even if that means we're going to end up getting beat back on it. Unfortunately. So we've got Sharpened Blade, and we've also got Eliminate. I think Eliminate might be a good one. This is not going to kill anybody. Never mind. We literally can't do that. I guess Multi-Slash. I don't think that's going to make it through all of these blocks, but basically if we don't stop Obstruct from triggering, then we won't be able to intercept Elena's stuff, and then I think it's just going to be cooked. We're just Jover. It's just Jover at that point. So now we need to intercept these. So prod the weakness is going to be able to block a bit of that first one, and then definitely beat out that second one. And then we've got Brace Up we can use. Yeah, it's not great. Obviously, I think we're gonna want to take out this Bozo first. But we don't have not a lot of great options here. This 10-16 Shockwave coming through. I don't really want to take that to the face, right? But we do have a 3-7 block that we have going on down here that is going to be able to intercept a part of that. So a portion of that damage is going to get blocked. And then this is something I can ignore. So that means we can just come after Heated Weapon, which we were planning on doing anyway. Just what we decide to come at it with. We could do Rooster's Crow. That's gonna give strength to allies next turn. Sturdy Defense is gonna give us card draw. Kind of feel like Sturdy Defense might be a better option. Yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Alright, let's see how this turn goes. If we planned this out just right, we should be looking at not taking a ridiculous amount of damage. It should be... We're gonna take some damage and we're gonna deal some damage. It should be like a kind of balanced turn. Not what you might call perfect, but something we can at least work with. Okay, so we got Obstruct out of the way. Perfect. And that means every subsequent attack is going to go through. So I think the Bozo at the top, the cross, is going to be the one that we have to focus all of our attention onto. Yeah, and here comes Rampageous Strike. So all speed dice of the character lose 3 speed when this page is in use. If this page hits an enemy, use it again on another random enemy, and it will not target the same enemy twice. So if we don't beat this out, and it is a 21-28, if we don't beat this out, then it's just going to go through and hit everybody. My problem here is I don't really have a lot that's gonna be able to match up with this, like, at all. I'm frantically looking around like, I'm pretty sure this is just gonna clap everybody's cheeks. I don't even think we have anything with numbers that high right now. I think the closest I've got is probably up here. Just Gotta Believe. I don't know if that... Yeah, it is bad. It doesn't just sound bad. That is bad. Trust. So I think like Celestial Spear is the only thing that's going to even come remotely close to matching up with that damage. That's but it's 9. I think we've got a +3 with Alan to pierce damage. So that is a minimum of 11 and a max of 23. And we're going up against a 21 to 28. So we need to top roll and we need to have her bottom roll in order for this to hit. Yeah, this is gonna be bad. The Vermilion Cross, the most clowned on color of all time. I don't feel like I'm in a position to clown on this thing right now. I think my whole team is about to have a cheeky little time. He's a chump. Okay, I believe you. Uncritically, I believe you. Let's see. The color of all time. You didn't miss anything, some guy. We did the stream on Friday, and that was just Subnautica. It was a nice chill stream. I just was vibing playing Subnautica. It's been a long time. I don't go through and like do full plays of a lot of games, specifically games that I intend to play in the future. So, Subnautica is one of those games that I definitely want to play whenever it comes out, Subnautica 2. So I didn't really commit super hard to playing it. We've got to intercept this ability. We've got, double-edged Ren counter. All of them are good. You mean Subnautica? Oh, the theme. Yeah, Elena's theme single-handedly carrying the reverb battle. You don't like most of the... You mean the... Are you talking about the Reverberation Ensemble theme? You said you don't like most of them? Yeah? So I guess this turn we're just gonna kind of take it in the pooper, so to speak. It's not I don't really know what else to do. I think we're just gonna get our little puddings pounded. I don't see any way I'm gonna be able to beat that out. I just don't see a pathway around it. Now, if this is like the one-trick pony, this is essentially it's a neat trick. It's a good trick. I will essentially need to make sure that that guy dies. And I guess I'm just gonna be focusing on the Vermilion Cross. Yeah, that sucks really bad. I don't know what to do aside from just eat that. I hate that. Whenever I die, this librarian plays rolls the minimum value, take damage, and gain strength next scene. I think we'll do the evade dice bonus, and we're gonna put it onto a character that's got multiple evade dice. Okay, are we doing the... Okay, she's got a dead die. I think I did that with Bina last round. Okay. We've got new light to play with, which we love. We love that. I think Mirane was the... Mirane is just good wherever you put her, I guess. Your floor did do its job. I know you're talking to chat some guy, but no, I would not let I would not let anybody take my autonomy from me. No shot. No shot. I like making choices too much. To where the prescript points, let's see. Like, this is another round where we absolutely have to put all of our focus onto this guy. And if we don't put all of our focus onto this guy, we're gonna have a bad time. So we can do Wedging Thorn at the end. My goodness. We have to intercept. Ellen has only got 2 attacks that need to be intercepted. So we can, I guess we can hit with Will of the Prescript. And we can do Unlock 2 over here. Having my autonomy taken from me sounds dope. Like, hell yeah, tell me what to do. I genuinely, I can kind of understand, especially at the point we are in society, like not wanting to really take control of what is going on in your life per se. But I do have to say, like, I don't like making decisions necessarily. I don't like making decisions either. But completely losing your autonomy, I don't know. That seems like a bad deal. It seems like not great. Personally, I don't like it. Okay, what can we can do Degrading Chain here. This seals a speed die. I think I'm gonna seal another one of Elena's speed die. Shut her up. Yeah, but it's unhinged vampire mommy. Listen, I appreciate an unhinged vampire mommy as much as the next guy, but like I feel like you need to play Vampire the Masquerade and then actually take into consideration what submission to a vampire overlord or vampire master actually means for the rest of your life. Like, it seems like a bad deal. My example here would be what's his name? Astarion. Oh fuck me. This is ass. All right, so we're gonna put long arms onto Bina. I'm gonna put all of the stuff onto Bina and see if I can get Beast to pop out. So I guess we fucked up. I thought that Elena would be untargetable this turn. Maybe we did trigger the thing. Maybe we got them all. I'm not sure. I'm a bit confused about what just happened there. 17 to 25. I'm a bit confuzzled. Sparking Spear. This is what's that? 6 to 10. That's not quite gonna cut it. That's 7 to 10 and 6 to 10. Not great options there. Also, Bina, why did you not emotion level up? What are you doing? I love weird hypotheticals. I do wonder what it's like to have your blood drained by a vampire. I imagine you just get sleepy and you go cold, and then, I mean, have you given blood before, some guy? If you haven't, I recommend it. Donate blood if you're eligible. People need that blood. So, eating somebody's flesh, you're saying basically like, if they asked you to, but for what reason? Are you guys like dying? Are you guys like starving or something? Or is she just like, honey, I want you to take a sweet juicy bite out of me? Is that like, what's the context in which you are being requested to eat part of your partner? That is, context is everything. You're in a life or death situation, and your partner asks you to consume some of her flesh for sustenance so you don't die. I probably would. We're talking about life or death scenario. She's not actually listening right now, but I would gladly have this conversation with her and tell her this to her face. Yeah, I would, especially if she was consenting. If she was consenting, it's a no. We're talking about a no-brainer over here. Like, why would I not do that? It would be foolish to not do that, I think. So the minimum here is 12 with a maximum of 20. And then, no, I think we're gonna switch these. If we're gonna have Celestial Spear. This probably isn't going to make any difference because I think Marinelle, the person I'm microing right now, is dead. I think they're just dead. I don't think they have a shot. There's a lot of attacks coming in on your girl over here. So if I play Sharpened Blade, that's a minimum of 3, 6, 10? Min 10? I don't like that. I don't like that. This has a higher... BG has a higher minimum. And a higher maximum if we're playing the other thing, but even still, that's not a good minimum maximum. Not a lot of great options for beating out blood spreading. Recover HP equal to the amount of damage dealt. God damn, this is gonna suck. Because I think Tatiana is just dead. This is gonna suck ass. If we do Sharpened Blade, this becomes a 7-10 plus the 4-8. Not really a viable option. We could get this to have a bonus of 4, but that only brings it to a 9. The counter dice doesn't add in. Man, this is gonna suck. So we'll play, I guess we'll play BG and we'll play Sharpened Blade. This is, I think it's Jover. I think it's cooked. I think we're just dead. I think we just lose. Pretty sure everybody's about to fucking die. Well, we high rolled, which most people. Not there. We kind of knew we were going to get staggered there. I was not expecting for 3 people to get staggered though. Like, this is bad. Very bad. I do not like the block spams that Vermilion is doing. It's really, it's actually quite fucking annoying. And we've got 3 people staggered now. That's not great. They're all dead. I'm like almost certain they're just all dead. So we could do Degraded Lock. That has a chance of beating that out. It's a 10 to 21. I can't believe I missed a ban opportunity. Second one is, hey honey, eat me please. Jesus Christ. No, I think my partner and I would have a very different conversation if she was just straight up just saying, I want you to consume my flesh, not for sustenance, but for fun. We'd have a very serious conversation. Like, are you okay? Is everything all right? This isn't like you. Okay. What do I do here? What do I do here? Because I'm pretty sure your girl is just also fucking dead. Emotional turbulence. Can we do I don't know, a Beyond? And then we gotta hit him with the old graze the grass. I'm not exactly sure what I even should do here. Like, I can give protection to all allies this turn, but that's not a long-term solution. Increase the cost of target's pages whose original cost is 4 or higher. There are no costs here, so that does nothing. Like, the only thing I can think to do here is to just go for damage and try to kill this person as quickly as possible. I think the big one doing the chonk damage is probably the one I want to focus on the most. But with everybody else just kind of like not like out of the fight, I don't see this ending well for me. We get to do a lot of our damage on the front end, but at the end of the day, I think we're going to wind up just kind of failing here. I mean, there is no other girl but best girl. You dig? It's just everybody's fucking dead. He literally just killed the entire team. Like, literally everybody just died. Let's see. Well, we've got AoE. Mass summation on use of damage against targets with 50% HP or less. I mean, Apocalypse we could be talking about some very serious damage. Enemies are not influenced by power gain or loss for this scene. And then Justicia, deal damage equal to 10% of target's max HP with a maximum of 50. I kind of feel like Justicia is the card here. Yeah, literally everybody just died, but we're rolling with it anyway. Wait, shit. Beak. Reduce the cost of 2 random pages in hand by 1 until they're used. Twilight. Inflict 1 paralysis next scene. Inflict 1 paralysis. I think Twilight might be a good option. I don't even know if she's gonna get the opportunity or if she's gonna be able to use these. We're gonna take Apocalypse. I don't like my odds. Small Beak. Take 5% of max HP as damage and restore 1 light. I'm not gonna do that. You're boned. I think I understood that. At a glance, I think I could see that. We're not in a great position, to be honest with you. But we can target there, and then we want to take the attacks that are going to be coming at us first, and we're going to target that with Justicia. And then we can't restore light over max, so we basically that's our turn. Not a bad attempt. Considering that it was my first time seeing what's up with that. I do not like that attack. I don't like it whenever a boss comes in and it's just like, yeah, do 20 damage or I'm gonna wipe your whole team. So that does beg the question, like, do we get rid of Oswald? Let me pull in Tanya real quick and take a look at Beatdown. Beatdown, I think, might be the only shot that we've got here. I think running Beatdown on somebody is the only thing that I can think of that's got the damage potential. Jinni gets kind of close, but I think Beatdown is probably the best option here. So we gotta build a new deck. See, what key pages is this one? Take that out. We're gonna take this from Dong Huan. We're not using Dong Huan, and we don't intend to use Dong Huan. So we're gonna give multi-slash, Will of the City, Will of the Prescript. We're going to take a look at the other cards we've got at the end. Overspeed is evidently trash whenever divinatory impact exists. I want to make sure that I have enough light for Beatdown. Graze. The grass is OP because it just guarantees that you get emotional points. I didn't think you even need to do Singleton. You could just run Blunt Draw plus Light Regain pages. I mean, I don't need to do singleton. So like, genuine question, what does the Vermilion Cross even do? The Vermilion Cross just uses its cross to bludgeon people to death. I was gonna brace up. I was gonna throw in a brace up. Are you implying, Necro, that I just run beatdown and I just run beatdown and maybe like run beatdown and clone and then draw blunt cards? I mean, Graze is the best. It is literally like, it doesn't get better. I don't think it gets better. But we're just blunt maxing. Is that what we're doing? So we run Graze the Grass, obviously. But what, like, steel, what is it? Steel Knuckles. Steel Knuckles is blunt draw. Blunt. Let me see. I can do improv drumming. It's been a while since we did blunt maxing. After a successful blunt attack, inflict 1 fragile. That's on Gloria. We can steal this from the puppet. Put on Mumu's page. Puppet page gets when speed is 5 or higher, deal bonus stagger damage, and then we get blunt dice power. So Emma and Puppet. And then we get Puppet, Skeleton, Lion's Fist. Improv drumming. Squeak, squeak. And I've got 3 left. What is that one? Fervor is the one that costs 4, right? But there's a combo there. I'm trying to remember the cost of I know that there's like a 3 cost that I use a lot. Oh my god, no. Thank you for pointing that. Thank you for pointing that out. Simple math. Simple math. My brain doesn't work. Sorry. No, I'm just stupid. That's okay. Yeah, no, that's gonna be fine. Sorry. I'm not embarrassed at all. Blunt. Augury kick? I like augury kick. Augury kick's good. Because it gives strength and it's gonna be doing blunt damage. I kind of don't understand, like, why wouldn't I just run, I mean, like, I guess for the only reason I wouldn't run my standard singleton stuff is because I'm not, like, they don't do blunt damage. Like, multi-slash would do blunt damage, but more graze. Gay the gas. Okay, so brace up, graze the grass, and then we've got 1 additional slot left for will costs too much. That's fair. We've got 1 more slot. I can add like another steel knuckles or something. Let me take a look at what my other options are. I mean, does have decent blunt numbers. It's a 2 cost, and with, like, it would be base 7, 10, 7, 8. John Blunt. John Blunt. chorus is singing some pretty good blunt too, but it's a 3 cost. Steel Knuckles draws. Oh yeah, that's right. That shit doesn't draw. So we run Steel Knuckles then. Steel Knuckles gives us draw and has comparable damage. Yeah. It sucks. It genuinely sucks because like you're unlocking all these cards in this like late point in the game, and most of them are just trash. It just sucks. I don't like I like, call me crazy. I don't like Greta's page. We're gonna bring Mirane in here and be buffing. We're gonna be buffing people for the bonus, for the bonuses to damage. We'll fill that slot in on Hawkmo with somebody else. Daehyun should have had literally anything that interacts with puppet strings. It's true. It's true. Yeah, it's true. No, they shit the bed when it comes to some of these cards in the late game for sure. All right, let's give it another crack. I do feel like we were, despite getting like the floor, having like the floor cleaned up with our faces, I do think that I do think we got relatively close on that last one. Like I said, I know it sounds kind of silly to say, considering that we died and got pulped, but I do feel like we were getting kind of close. So intercepting your girl's attacks pretty early on, important, very important. Throwing literally everything else at ya boy up here is key. That's the clutch play. And we do a draw. Perfect. Degraded Fairy is exactly what we wanted. 4-7-3-7. Yeah, we're just gonna throw this over there. He might have had more techniques before becoming a giant blood bag. Cross that go bonk. I don't know. I guess like, have I heard the lore about this Vermilion Cross guy? Because he just kind of seems like a random bozo to me. Do I know what his deal is? I think we're gonna double Steel Knuckles. I think that's about to happen. Nope, he has none. I love Slander. I was about to say knock me up. I meant to say, like, I should have, like, my intention, what I was thinking was saying, not that, but, now I've just forgotten, and I've said something stupid. Perfect. Anyway, I think for the most part, this setup is gonna do just fine. This guy right here, like, I feel like I would like more lore on the ensemble as a whole. I feel like we got tiny little snippets, but we didn't really get a picture painted for us. Missed opportunity, I think. Or something that's in a book somewhere that I haven't read, and to be honest, probably won't read. I want to just absorb a free naked attack. Alright, we'll use this. Fervent Emotions, come on. Absolutely shitting the bed. How do we fail on both of those? Look, those are both of our really heavy hitting dice. How'd you fuck that up? And brace up lands. Unbelievable. Okay, long arms. Goes on Bina. I do wanna try to unlock achievements. Something Freudian slip. I mean, there's nothing Freudian about it. If I had a uterus, I would absolutely be down to get knocked up. Alas. And guess what? We do not have the card, the one card. I'm really fucking irritated. I'm ready to just quit. Fuck you, game. This is so dumb. This is such a dumb fucking mechanic. Like, how? After all the draw cards I just played, it gives me nothing that I fucking want. God, that's so fucking annoying. I don't even know. What am I supposed to do with this? Lame bullshit. Lame dog shit, baby shit. I'm just, fuck you. We're gonna restart. No, I'm not gonna do that. It's literally just like if the game doesn't want you to have the card to be able to defend yourself against that attack, you just don't get to. Okay, so for taking it again from the top, more than happy to save scum. I don't know what those words mean, some guy. And no, I haven't played Limbus. If it wasn't obvious from me not knowing what the fuck you're talking about. No, I don't know what those words mean. I intend to play Limbus. It's just not happening until I've beaten until I've 100%ed this. I typically don't bite off new games. I typically don't start new games in a series until I've 100%ed the previous games. You're not getting a 3-star until you hit chapter 8 with this luck. Yeah, I mean, that would be par for the course. That would be absolutely nothing new. I have the worst fucking luck in like video game history. It's really, really bad. Man, I would love to do Observe and Augury Kick, but we can't, so we're gonna do Observe and Graze. And then we've got 2 attacks that we still need to peel off. And I don't think, Janukde, I literally am not going to be able to pull off both of these attacks. So I get to peel off 1 attack. I can't even play 2 cards. So I'm gonna peel off one of these attacks and the other one is gonna go through. It's gonna hit Bina, so... And this is also going to be unanswered. No, it's not. Never mind. We have got counters here. They're not going to be able to hit, I would wager, but we do have something there to hit something. Okay, so Obstruct is gone. Holy shit! Those Steel Knuckles did just beat out those attacks. That's what's up. Ragio Taiso. Every copy of Ruina is personalized. This one is personalized the direction of fuck you. Not every game that I play. You don't understand. Literally every single game I play does this to me. I'm gonna do Radio Taiso, but while I maneuver around my Windows background, I'm going to have the Be Right Back screen on. We'll do a Radio Taiso, shake it off a little bit. I do appreciate that. Moving my body feels good. And I'm not going to tell you what to do, but if you'd like to join me, that would be great. I think that would be awesome, actually. So do join me if you're so inclined. Okay, I'm gonna take my headphones off. I'll be right back. Alright, what was I saying? Not this. Okay. So Zhao did not manage to get this game, I swear to God, sometimes they do this shit on purpose. It's wild. All right, so we've got Beatdown is coming very, very close to being able to just beat that out without much struggle. Irritated to no end that the person who got the buff from Mirne is not able to do anything with it, like at all. That is genuinely frustrating. But what are you gonna do? You know, it's not anything I can do about it. No, we do have to intercept as many of Bina's, or not Bina, we do have to intercept as many of Elena's attacks as we can. I think Augury Kick might be the way. Because we can follow that up with Will of the City up here with the buffs that we have. And then that gives us a couple more options down here. So we can do Sparking Spear. And then we can do Graze the Grass up here. Now we've got one more attack that needs to be intercepted. I guess we can use Degraded Pillar to intercept that attack. And then what do we got? I guess I can do Draw. Degraded Chain, perfect. And we'll use Degraded Chain to take away one of the dice up here. Alright, let's see how this turn plays out. Hopefully Beatdown is able to beat this guy off. Yeah, that worked. Beat his ass. And taking away that big turn is basically that's it. Like that's the fight. Like if you can take that one big turn away, that's the fight. And nice. So we've got a massive boost to the amount of damage that this character is going to be able to do with Alan's build. So yeah, we can come in here and I think brace up because we've got this big boost to damage. I think no, wait, Multi-slash should be the one. Brace up is going to get a bonus from both of them. Yeah, we're going to use brace up. I still think it's like slightly less damage. But we need the cards to play with. What are we going to do with Mirene? I think Will of the Prescript and Multi-slash together is probably the way. We need cards. I don't like this per se, but I think we don't really have much of a choice. So we're going to do a double brace up to get cards. And now we've got Bina is going to be able to do something against Elena, but let's see, what do we do? If we do I guess if we do a Bion here, the Bion will get the bonus to blocking. Somebody needs to intercept. Okay, we're gonna need to multi-slash. Somebody's gonna intercept that. Not ideal. Not really what I wanted to do, but somebody's gotta do it. Otherwise, he gets a massive bonus to his attacks. Alright, so then I guess what we could do is we can just use all of Bina's attacks on your boy up here to do as much damage as possible. And we'll use this to give a bonus to strength. Wow. Wow, Mirene. You way to shit the bed. Everybody shit in the bed. Except for Alan. I think Alan's the only one who actually did stuff last turn. We go back on the long march to try to get Bina the Beast card. Not great. We did not get the light back that I was kind of banking on. And we are getting our mass attack coming in this time. Alright, so Steel Knuckles. It's not even going to get us close to blocking that mass attack. We are going to take damage from that mass attack. That sucks. She's giving this buff. Well, we can take that buff away with Degraded Chain, and then we'll use Degraded Fairy over here. Alright, then what do we do? Degraded Fairy is as good as it's gonna get, which is that's really shitty. It's really, really bad. So we can use True Trigram Formation up here on your boy. And then we can use Observe. BG or Augury Kick. Ah, man, this sucks. This is ass. I hate this. The 7 over here coming in on Bina is like... Oh, okay. I can come at it with Degraded Fairy. This is just really, really shitty options available to me over here. And Alan's got no light. Like, at all. I think this is similar to what happened last time. Do Wedging Thorn. As much as I'd like to do Graze the Grass, I want to get as much damage output as I possibly can onto this bozo up here. Emotional Turbulence hitting late is not really ideal. True Trigram Formation will hit up here. We can use... Augury Kick's gonna give us 2 strength. I think we're gonna use Observe to get the 3 strength next turn. And then Brace Up. And I think we use 1 Steel Knuckles and we use a Brace Up because we need to get that card. because I think it's going to be next turn that we're in trouble. Ouch. Definitely in a dicey spot. God damn. That is like really bad. Man, that's such ass. So we just had our only person who's able to counter Rampage's strike just got staggered, and I think they're dead. I think they're gonna die this turn. Okay, let's take a look real quick. We've got 74. 74 is the number to beat. Can I do 74 points of juicy damage on your girl over here before her turn? And she goes last. So if I can hit her with enough damage, we can just kill her. We could just end it. I think that's what we're gonna go with. What is this? Inject? I think I'm just gonna let that go through. The other attack I'm gonna block, but I think I'm gonna let the other one go through. I don't even think I want to block that one. Maybe I just let her hit me with everything, and then all of the attacks are gonna go on to ya boy up here. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Alright, we'll use, what do we got? We've got Degraded Pillar, and then we can do Degraded Chain, and then Degraded Fairy, all up here. Let's see, do we draw a page, or do we give ourselves a light and guarantee that, I think we give ourselves a light and guarantee that we're going to be able to play 2 cards this turn. I think BG is probably going, no, we're going to play BG. We're going to play BG because it's got higher damage, and it's, I think we're going to get emotional level up next turn. Alright, we just have to hope that we're going to be able to do 74 points of damage, 74 points of stagger damage this turn before this bitch can take their turn. So far, looking pretty good. I think we might have this. Nailed it. And I think they're just dead now. So it turns out we didn't have to block every single one. We only needed to block one of them, and then we just burst Vermilion Cross down. And they're dead. Cool. So her blood bag is cooked. I think Justicia. I like dealing % damage of bosses' HP whenever the bosses have fuck tons of HP. I mean, without the blood bag, this fight should kind of just be a joke. I'm pretty sure that this should just be easy street. We restore a light, that's not going to give us enough light to do anything else. So we'll use the endurance one, and then we'll just play Degraded Fairy. And then what could we could use Justicia here. That'll be fine. And we'll beat her down next turn. So we could do Will of the Prescripts, Will of the City, and then Brace Up at the end. That's nice. We like that. We like just dumping a ton of attacks onto the same enemy. That feels good. Now the question is, are they gonna have a second phase? I would be genuinely surprised if they didn't like go Super Saiyan or something. If Elena just is gonna die, I'm gonna be like surprised. I'm not gonna be like upset because the beginning of this fight as a burst is obnoxious as hell. God, that did so much damage. The beginning of this fight was a pain in the ass such that, like, yeah, I'm not mad that there's not a second phase. I am a little surprised that there's not a second phase. This high up in the chain, I'm a little surprised. So she gives us blood spreading and crimson claws. Neat. All right, now we're on to Hakma. So I just need to slap something onto Holly. And then we're good to go. I'm gonna put Bayard on my mom. Alright. Time for Pluto. At the start, add a copy of Counterpart Light to target's hand. Fully restore light. Must use all of it. Interesting. Contract of Light. Magical Barrier. Immune to status ailments. Takes no damage from deflects. Only active during the first phase. When the second scene spawns 4 shades that copy the appearance, stats, and combat pages of the assistant librarians. Once all shades have been defeated, proceeds to the next phase. Okay. Greetings. I am Hakma. I'm the librarian who guards this floor. You are quite the polite gentleman. This was unexpected from the library that was rumored to be brutal. Not to mention, this place also has a rather quiet and moody atmosphere. Not bad. The silence and emptiness make it hard for one to believe that the macabre atrocity of turning people into books has taken place here on multiple occasions. May I ask who the people behind you are? They're the assistant librarians who shall aid me in receiving you warmly. You may introduce yourselves to each other. But of course, my name is Pluto. I believe this was a floor dedicated to the topic of religion. What is religion in your view, if I may ask? What could it be? I would say that it is what one firmly believes in, and a state of mind that gives motivation and significance to their deeds. Is the power of a belief really limited to endowing one with such a mindset? Doing the deeds for the good of the world doesn't inherently make one a good person. Neither does committing a bad deed make one evil. Even if one performs misdeeds, they can be a virtuous person and can be forgiven for anything. I'd argue that belief and religion are what enables one to think that everything they conceive and accept is right. In that context, faith in religion has to be a truly selfish and cruel concept. I suppose your statement isn't entirely incorrect. Do you agree with it? I could say it is true that an unsteady and crumbled mind is prone to absorb improper beliefs. Unsteady, you say? Do you have anyone or anything you believe in? I cannot say for sure. I tend not to place faith in what I cannot see. In fact, I cannot be entirely certain of if I am here in reality or in a dream, or if I'm actually looking at you or not. I even question the fact that I am here, standing on my own 2 feet. After all, it may be a mere product of an illusion. Humans can fool their own senses. How can I believe in what does not exist, let alone worship it? That would be akin to sensing coldness upon touching a hot object, and vice versa. For instance, what if there was a deceptive entity that masks one's perception of the world with falsehood? Regardless of the reality, if one perceives it in a certain way, that would become an undeniable truth. Even if it turns out to be false, the fact that one believes it to be the truth at the moment remains stalwart. I hard disagree, Hakma. The fuck are you talking about? To believe in something, one must believe in themselves and their view on it. You're speaking spacious words. Specious? Pulling out the old Hakma translator. Now, this is a Pluto, but they're both speaking of metaphors. Specious. Oh, okay. Deceptively appealing. Having the ring of truth or plausibility, but actually fallacious. That's a nice word. I need to know how do you pronounce that? That's a good word.
Specious.
Specious. I only realized that day that I cannot blindly trust what my eyes show me. In that moment of the past, I was made a fool. The shallow promise that our safety would be secured, the thin piece of contract, is what cost me everything. Had he not saved me, I might have drowned myself in a resentment toward the whole world and met my end. And now I plan to take the path he intends to open. If I had to state one thing I believe in, it would be Sir Argalia and the new world he shall create. Let me ask you what makes you put faith in him. If I can close my eyes and open them again to a new world forever, devoid of lies, I will readily believe in him, and I hope you will come to appreciate the city when it becomes such a place. I will refrain from stating my assessments. My opinion matters little to you all, after all. Well, if you say so, in that case, be prepared. Prepare your butthole. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do with this guy. Add a copy of Counterpart Light. Counterpart Might. Counterpart Swiftness. Counterpart Amplification. Counterpart Liberty. Interesting. So we kind of get to dictate our first turn here, which is pretty nice. And it says that he's immune to status effects. I'm guessing that includes smoke. So if that's the case, we're going to probably want to play the things that are going to give us the most smoke. Blazing Strike? Oh man, I was hoping that we have the other one. We don't, but alas. Alright, then we brace up and graze the grass. Definitely graze the grass is the play here, something that's going to give us some card draw, and maybe something that is going to give us light and emotion if we have access to it. Gain 3 smoke. Yeah, I think we're going to use Smoke Blow and Smoking Pipe because that is going to give us the most smoke. And I guess I'll use Serpent Sword Technique to draw an extra page. Interesting. The contracts that are coming out. It's going to affect how all of this goes. Okay, so we've got Contract, Obligation, Swiftness. At the start of the scene, gain 3 haste. For each one-sided attack performed in a scene, apply 1 feeble and disarm to self next scene. So we've got a lot of speed, but we can't do one-sided attacks. If the character uses a combat page that has 2 or more non-counter offensive dice, I can't read that. Come on, game. Like, I literally can't read. I can't read what you're putting down. That's so fucking annoying. Why would they? Did they not playtest this? Like, I can't play the video game if they're going to put shit in that is going to completely get blocked off by the screen. If the character uses a combat page that has 2 or more non-counter offensive dice, comma, guess what, dumbass? You can't read the rest of this. So what the? And obviously the contractual obligation is important. So we have to use 2 or more non-counter offensive dice. That's like all of them. But I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's going to happen. Gain the effect contractual obligation might. So I guess we get rid of contractual obligation might. And we'll keep counterpart swiftness. We'll bank on our Chi Wen beating out their Chi Wen. And then we've got this. Gain the effect contractual obligation liberty. Randomize the cost of all combat pages whose original cost is 3 or less. If the character plays any combat page whose cost is 2, lose 25% HP at the end of the scene. Okay, so I just can't use blind faith, I guess. I don't know, I could work with that. Interesting. So the goal here is to beat excuse me. The goal here is to beat out these people. The copies of me. That's the play. Looks like they were not he's not immune to smoke either. Alright, so with the amount of dice they have, it's literally impossible for me to counter all of them. So we'll do this one at a time. Power affects this die times 2. I think we can do that. That's very heavy damage, and I can't ignore it. Getting rid of counterpoint might. We'll use Chi Wen, I guess. Not ideal. Shadow image. On clash lose, this character will use the page that was clashed against next scene. Huh. So I guess we just do something that won't clash against it, and then he won't get to use it. Amplification. When playing combat pages whose cost is 3, randomly determined between 0 to 3 each scene, their dice gain plus 3 power. Other pages lose 3 power. Okay, so cost is 3. So 3 is the number this turn. So they all gain 3 power. Still a lot of uncountered dice around out here. I don't love that. Alright, what do we have here? Contractual obligation, light. At the start of the scene, fully restore light. At the end of the scene, take damage equal to 10% of max HP for every point of light. I guess for every point of light I didn't spend. Okay. We do have a counter dice coming out here. Do we have any other options for counter dice? We do not. Alright. So far, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about this. On clash lose, this character will use the page that was clashed against. Okay. I hate that he's completely immune to damage, but still attacks me, and I have to do something to intercept him. Big yikes. I hate it here. This is ass. Do not like this. Add a baptism page to hand, cost 2 on play, return to hand, target recovers 6 HP and gains 1 endurance. The scene. I guess I'll give this to Bayard, since Bayard has to use all of their light each turn. How the fuck did you get staggered, Simeon? Maybe that's contractual obligation might. I don't even know what to say. I'm really annoyed by this. I'm really, really fucking annoyed by the fact that I can't read what this does. I'm gonna have to Google it. Oh my god, just fucking tell me what it is without me needing to look this shit up. Oh my god. No results for contractual obligation might. This fucking game. Just... I hate this. I don't want to see any spoilers. But I don't really, like... I don't know where to get the information. This is really obnoxious. Gain strength protection. This lets you make... Okay. Well, give me the downside. God damn. The fact that I have to Google this at all is incredibly frustrating. Because it's I'm guessing this staggered Simeon last turn. It's like I can't fuck this. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. I fucking hate this aspect of this game. It's so fucking stupid. Just let me read, like, let me read what the fuck the function is. Don't cut it off with the screen. Why would... Okay. Contractual obligation might. Contract of might. Okay. I'm gonna give it to this character. So we've got quite a few damaging cards up here that only have a single dice on them. And this will just give them 7 smoke right out the gate. The speed contract that gives you like unlimited light, but you have to spend it all, needs to go on somebody who's going to have a lot of card draw. I'm thinking that should probably go on to Philip. Philip's got some pretty expensive cards. Although Rekindled Strike is... Well, what if we give... What's the speed one do? Must engage in clashes. We're going to want to do clashes anyway, so we'll do that. Okay. And then the other one is... must use pages with 1 offensive die. Fully restore all light. Must use all of it. I think this one might be a decent one for that. And then what are the other two? Gain power, others lose power. Must use pages with a certain cost. Alright, so we're moving the contracts around again. I really would just prefer it if they would let me read the buffs. It's one of the most annoying features or functions of this game is whenever they block out your ability to be able to fucking read. Because like if you can't read, you're just going to lose. You're just going to lose the video game. Is that let me read the Contract of Might and see what it actually says here. Yeah, exactly. If you don't use single offensive dice or the ones that have single offensive dice on them, you get staggered next turn. So I can't use Assault Order, but I can use all of the other ones. So doing Singleton is like the way, right? That is gonna make a kind of a big difference. I think this is not really this fight is not really tenable, essentially, if I don't have a character set up for basically each thing. We've got a +3 right now. Gives us a minimum of 10 and a maximum of 16. The strength one could just be a pure buff, like just a bonus all across the board. So I guess we need to Smoking Pipe counter that, and Smoke Blow. It's an 11 to 22 Rekindled Strike. Gonna hurt. Gain the effect of Contractual Obligation Swiftness. Oh, you don't have enough light. Bayard doesn't have enough light to do anything. Pretty sure this character has to use all of their light. So I can use I guess a Chi Wen and a Will of the City. Bayard. How much light do you have? Are you able to do anything? Do a Puppet Blockade, I guess. I don't know who's going to be the most annoying one to deal with right now. Ouch. I'm guessing it would probably be the smart move here would probably be to focus really hard on one character. I don't like that Pluto just gets to do free attacks. Okay. Every 13th combat page. On a deflect, deal half of the block die roll as physical damage to the opponent. And we've got Blazing Strike. The counterpart of... That's Amplification. It's 2? Oh, we don't have any of those. Love that. Liberty, you've got Contractual Obligation light up here, so we can do Deep Drag. I'm the real one! I think Deep Drag, it would just stagger that guy, like, right out the gate. I think we could do Deep Drag up there, and then we could do a Smoke Blow to follow it up. And I don't think that's going to kill him outright, but we've got another 2 over here we can use. Maybe we can do like a Will of the City. to make sure that he dies. I'm pretty sure that that deep drag is just going to stagger him, like outright though. And then we don't have to think about Philip anymore. He'll just be dead. I love that we just can't use Blazing Strike. It's perfect. No notes. You love to see it. Sturdy defense. And we could do a Gee. I'm the real one. That's gonna hurt. Good God. All of them are using I'm the real one, and they're like hitting really hard. Okay. So Vapor and Brace Up. Maybe those bits of damage will be enough to like mess with that guy, but I don't like that's not going to stop him. And I think we're really close to a stagger over here with this shade. The one that's copying, what is that one copying? Ken? Yeah. Alright, we'll do a Gee. Just to absorb some of this damage. Simeon, I think Simeon is gonna fucking die. Simeon's clashing one over here. Simeon can't not clash. Simeon has to clash, otherwise Simeon loses their shit. Ouch. Okay, love it. I think Simeon's fucked now. How? How'd you fail Brace? You have like +4 strength, Ken. The fuck, dude? Alright, cool. We got the stagger off. I'm pretty sure that that one is just dead now. But we had somebody die as well. That's not great. Yeah, so it's just 1-to-1. And we've got a staggered character over here, so this is not looking good for us right now. I think I need to swap to guarding stance with Hakma. We do a cheeky little serpentine barrier. And we do, man, I'd love to do a Beyond, but we can't. We do a Will of the City. No. No. This, I hate this fight. Can I just say, I don't like this fight. Alright, what are we gonna do with Bayard this turn? We've got a 3, so anything that doesn't use a 3 is dog shit. I think with that we'll be able to kill that guy. And we've got a bunch of attacks that are going to be one-sided coming in to hit Ken. Maybe Ken needs to we can't, I can't, with 2 people down, I can't. I just can't. And I've got 2 people down again. Can I just say I don't like Hakma's floor? I don't like these cards. I don't like the cards that Hakma has. I don't like the ego stuff Hakma's running. Wonderful. All right, we're running the 9. We can do Sound of Star. We get a Feeble and Disarm if we don't clash, but this doesn't count as a clash. This is a mass summation, and literally 999 is like, I think that wins. I'm not the best with math, but I'm pretty sure like I have to high roll Sound of a Star in order to have this win. Do we have anybody that's got a bunch of strength? I guess this we've got a decent amount of strength here. Then I can do gain 1 strength, and then I can do Sound of a Star, and then that's gonna give us, what is that, 4 plus? So that gives us a 29 base. I think that beats it. Yeah, barely, but I think that beats it. And then it's just gonna be about whether or not that's enough. It's gonna be whether or not that's enough. All right, Bion and Will of the City. I don't have enough dice to be able to, like, I don't have the juice to be able to counter all the shit that Pluto. We're really just banking on this knocking them out. If it doesn't, then I think we're just cooked. Even if it does knock both of these guys out, I think we still might be cooked. Because like I can't intervene for Simeon, and Simeon doesn't have the defenses to be able to hold off all this damage that's about to come his way. We can't use Assault Order, it's gonna stagger us. Yeah, Simeon doesn't have enough juice to be able to do enough damage. This is so shitty, I hate this. We can't do multi-slash. Yeah, we can't do any of these. Simeon has to defend himself, and he can't. I think we might be cooked. I can't do any other attacks with this character. And I can't absorb anything. We literally just have to hope that this takes them out. Alright, so it killed one of them. Now it's all about whether or not Simeon is able to survive these attacks. So Simeon has 5 hit points. And we have 1 staggered bozo down here. Can't use any of these, I can only use Deep Drag. We've got Fiery Walls, like literally doing any. Oh, Simeon's just dead this turn. Anyway, so literally the best thing I could possibly do is just try to absorb as many hits as possible with Simeon, so that like, even though he is definitely going to die, he will at the very least be able to block attacks for other people. And I guess we ready position with Bayard to stagger them this turn. And then we can do a Deep Drag on Pluto to get Pluto kind of prepped up for taking damage. We can also swap to Slashing stance, because that's our damaging stance. Yep, you're dead. No, what the f— oh my god. Simeon was supposed to attack, but it was ranged attacks, so fuck me. God damn it. Oh. Okay. Shit. We do Violet Blade? Is that we've got 3 costs? Are the only ones that are going to be doing full damage. Pinpoint Breakthrough. Oh my god. You cheatin' son of a bitch. Do Sharpening Blade, and then Violet Blade. And hopefully that'll kill this guy before he gets the chance to actually do the attacks that he's going to do. And then I need to block. We can do Beyond to block some of that. And then Iron Wall to block some of that. I'm saving these. Cool. Basically pulling all of the attacks in to hit Bayard, because Bayard's got the most HP. Okay, for the duration of the reception, restore 1 additional light at the start of the scene. If the selected librarian also has the abnormality page Baptism, its effect is enhanced. Target recovers 12 HP. Gains 12 endurance this turn. I don't think anybody has Baptism. Heaven, seal a speed die the next target. Gain a speed die for the next scene. And on Clash Wind, destroy opponent's next die. We do Dead Silence. So what's happening this turn? Is he vulnerable now? He can take a slight stagger damage. Stagger resistance is changed. Uses a mass attack page every 5 scenes. Takes stagger damage proportional to the number of times the dice on the mass attack failed to damage their targets. Okay. Liberty 2. I'm pretty sure Hakma is just dead now. I'm pretty sure Hakma is just dead. I think I could probably make a portion of these attacks one-sided by having one person absorb as many attacks as possible. What are we running? We're running Contractual Obligation over here. So I pull the attacks that are going to hit Hakma, and then I have anything that, I just have Hakma pour all of their damage out now, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what to do. So we can do Pinpoint Breakthrough. Then I've got, I guess, Multi-Slash and Gigi. So like if it doesn't have, if it's not doing 3, we're losing a bunch of power on our dice this turn. Ugh. I fucking hate this. Hex seal on when you trap the target in a barrier next scene. Fuck you. Dick move, man. Yeah, we were doing like no stagger damage. Ugh. I guess if I did have like an entire team up right now, this could probably work, but yikes, big yikes. Oh shit, they're just bringing enemies back. Is it if somebody dies? Oh no, it's the character that's sealed? Wow, Pluto, what a pain in you're a pain in the asshole. This guy's a fuck this guy. All right, we're done with this fight. I need to modify Dex around a I don't even know what to do here. I need to like modify Dex around this bullshit. I think Bayard, we're not bringing Bayard. Basically anybody else. Could bring Irina. Like Bamboo Hatted Kim is a contender as well, and mostly for Singular Strike. So if we take Singular Strike and combine that up with Swordplay of the Homeland, we're gonna modify some other passives. We're basically going for power. We could take Fervor. We'll get rid of this. Let's modify and go for power. Whenever the emotion level rises, that's only when the emotion level rises for that one turn. So that's not long-term usable. We're looking for slash power if we can. Yeah, I guess taking health and mind hauler. And then liquefied flesh gives us bonus to defense power, but we don't have enough slots left because Bamboo Hatted Kim has a billion passives. So we do have slash dice power +2, and then we'll have a +3. And then when using a combat page with one non-counter die, the dice will have +2 power and give bonus emotional points. So that's going to be +4 power base, and then once we get to emotion level +1 or higher, once we get to emotion level 3, we'll be doing 5 base power with singular attacks, and all of our attacks are going to be singular. And then we'll have the +2 strength that comes in, giving us a 7 base bonus to all of our dice. Okay, so now we just need to modify the deck. We literally can't use anything that has more than one dice on it. So let's see. Unlock turns into multiple dice cards, so that's not possible. It's not viable. Class and Respect gives light single slash that's going to be base 11 when played above emotion level 3. So Class and Respect, Inner Ardor is one possibility. I don't love it. Burning Flash. Yeah, I don't like this. BG? I think I like BG. It says when it has one non-counter die. So that means I can't use cards like BG if we're counting on that full bonus, we can't use cards like BG. Brace Up does count, but we don't get the bonus to slash, that we have the slash dice power bonus from that. That does give it a, what is that, +2, so that's a +4, so this is base 7, so it's 7 to 12 for Brace Up. It's still good damage. It's not taking full advantage of all of the stuff that Bamboo-Hatted Kim's page gives us, but it's still pretty good damage. Yeah, looking at Extreme Edge again, I'm just like, actually, that is a really good, I think that's a really good option. Brace Up. Maybe we just take a bunch of Class and Respect. So we can take something that has counter die on it. Let's take a look and see what counter die we have available to us. So Gale Kick comes out pretty strong, I think, because we are going to get the bonuses to strength for Gale Kick, and having counter die is useful for us. Celestial Spear looks good as well, because this will also trigger the strength passive. I'm just worried, like, is 2 Brace Up enough draw? Hey, how you doing, CG? Long time no see. How have you been? Yeah, we're gonna try this. Yeah, I'm glad you're okay. You could be doing a lot worse than okay. And I appreciate that. Yeah, we're gonna give Holly Bamboo-Hatted Kim I think still have not beat the bird. The bird is the word, as I've heard. Are you talking about Bina's floor? Specifically the punishing bird? I thought was that one. Was that the one you were stuck on? Or not, sorry, not punishing bird. I meant to say judgment bird. Tall bird. Tall bird was a pain in the ass to beat, but once you get apocalypse bird, so you're working on the realization. I beat that one by the hair of the skin of my chinny chin. It was insane how close that one was. I actually made a short and posted it on the Discord for that particular fight. It was like I was less than one. I was like one turn. That turn, if I had not landed my attacks the way that I did, I would have failed. We're trying to beat Pluto right now. I don't like Hakma's floor. I really don't like it, like, at all. But we're trying to beat out Hakma's floor. And we've been doing the Reverberation Ensemble. I don't know if this is spoiler stuff for you, but we're basically in the last bit of the we're in the last march towards the end of this particular series, and it's been tough. I'd say this particular fight is annoying. It's uniquely annoying to me. I think one of the issues I run into is like I can't read like the status effects, but overall I think that the most annoying thing is how many attacks are coming out that I'm having a real hard time dodging all of them or intercepting all of them. Don't love that. Block and 13. What's 13? I wonder, hang on a second. We're gonna return to the title. I'm gonna come at this again because one of the characters I can play literally doesn't need to worry about light generation at all. So I can just turn off their light generation cards and give them all ass pound cards. We're gonna get rid of Yay. We'll slap on what do we take? We already used what's her name? What if we take Elena? And we're gonna take a look at Elena's cards here. Blood Spreading's got mass attack. I don't need light at all, so we can just focus on doing damage, right? So we need draw. We need to be able to boost our stuff up, and we need to be able to draw. We can bring a brace up at least because it's 0 cost, and eventually we're going to have enough dice that we won't have enough to be able to do that. You have 30 seconds to put in all your moves. If you don't do it in 30 seconds, the battle automatically go to the next stage. Oh, yeah. Oh, you're talking about the... Yeah. So there's like 2 cards that are 13 something or other, and one of them is that, where you do the timer. I'm not going to do that. I need to plan out my turns. I don't like that. I don't like that card. And then there's the other one is 13... every 13 turns, or every 13, I think is it dice rolled? It gives you a boost to the damage of your 13th dice or something to that effect. The 13th toll. Yeah. So whenever you said 13, I was like, huh? Time is the name of the 30-second one. Okay. So we need draw. Technically, well, actually, there is one with block does more stagger damage, but most people go block does damage. Yeah, I think I tried to do that a little bit with Hawkma because Hawkma is running purple tier, but purple tier I feel like just is gonna do more in general running something else, if that makes sense. And I would love to get this on like if oh, never mind. It's got that. I thought that was all slash for a second. I'd love to put that amount of slash damage on a character that's boosted to the gills with slash damage, but a lot of the cards that I play are really good because of the synergy that we get. But if I do like a Will of the City not Will of the City, Will of the Prescript. If I do a Will of the Prescript for this build, not Frontal Assault, we don't need that at all. Then we're looking at plenty of card draw when we need it. And then we don't need to worry about light at all. We have plenty of card draw. Now I could just focus on cards that do damage that I like. Or have bonuses that I like. I think having a combination of cards with decently high numbers, but also buffs that I give to other characters and myself is gonna be the way. most people don't do purple tier. They do a custom setup with as many modifiers to increase block. Yeah, I suppose that would make perfect sense. That's fair, and you know, CG, I appreciate that. I genuinely, I'm not necessarily in a position where I'm like, I need suggestions, or I'm cooked. I'm trying something. I'm like poking around, trying a couple of things to see what works and see what doesn't work. And so far everything has been going okay. I'm tweaking some stuff around and trying to make sure that I have enough variations of cards right now in this current build to make sure that I am able to play, how should I say? I'm trying to make sure that I have enough shit that I can play all of the light in one turn. Like, I need to be able to spend all of my light in one turn. And I think that's going to require a lot of draw. So now I'm kind of thinking, like, do I have enough? Maybe I don't take Will of the Prescript. But no, I think we'll be okay. Celestial Spear's got a draw on it. Will of the Prescript's got 3. We've got 2 from Brace Up. Yeah, we'll try it. If it feels weird, like it's not working, then I'll get rid of it. One of the most effective strategies I've seen is a solo block. Huh. Makes a lot of sense. You know, the Pluto is copying like one person. And if you have a solo block, if you have like, if you get, what is it? The buffs, if you decide not to take, I guess you have to take the buffs, don't you? Or if you, is it like, I don't know exactly how this works because I've basically always gotten the buffs, but like if I don't touch this guy, he's still going to hit me. And at combat start, he's still going to like put this contract on me. So I guess like I have one turn where I need to purge contracts. And then after that, I just have my deck set up so that I'm only using these contracts that I like. Maybe that's it. You don't really cash in the contracts. Yeah, but what you're describing right now is running a solo block is, I don't think, going to fly long term. What is it? Liberty, add a copy of Liberty. Randomized costs, must use pages with certain costs. Pages of a certain cost game, like Liberty is just strictly bad. I believe you. I'm not saying that it is impossible. I'm saying that there are probably contracts that you would want to purge. All right, so the light contract is going to go to your girl over here, and we're going to use Brace Up. Then we have our solo attack contract. We're going to use Brace Up. That's Contract of Might. And then we want the, let's see, Contract of Swiftness. Amplification. I don't like the randomization of costs here. I think we'll give this one to Simeon. No, we're gonna give this one to Ken. I'm gonna give Swiftness to Purple Tier. And then I will give Liberty to Simeon. Yeah. The dealing with the contracts is I think something that makes this fight uniquely annoying. Of course, building specifically for it, like if I build one perfect deck for it, like you're describing the block deck, I think that would make a big difference. I also think that this phase here is significantly easier if you have just one person, because you only have to kill one bozo, right? But I don't know how beating this fight works whenever you have Pluto go into the second phase and he triggers you or triggers the not the mass attack per se, but if he triggers the one attack that seals your character so they like can't act for a turn. I don't know how that applies, but I'm sure there's a way for it. I'll say this, CG. If I struggle, again, supremely, if I struggle again on this fight, I will say fuck it, and I will switch over to a single character block only build. How's that sound? All right, so 9 to 20 coming in on this Celestial Spear. My Celestial Spear should be able to beat that out, but I don't have the dice to be able to get in there and take it. We do have Rekindled Strike. That should be able to beat it, right? Should come close if it can't beat it outright. Cost 3 or less. If the character plays a combat page whose cost is 0, lose 25% HP. Jesus Christ. So I can't use Rekindled Strike without paying 25% of my HP. And this is where I think, like, you would probably want to purge this one. Like, Liberty makes shit harder for you. Like, you are taking chunks of damage by playing the cards that you want to be able to play. While this page is in hand, gain the effect Contractual Obligation Liberty. I'm gonna just see if I can get rid of that. Swiftness is just strictly a buff. I want to try to pull in attacks, but I don't. Using Serpentine Barrier, I can pull in attacks, but it's it's not really going to do anything. I guess I could pull this in, but it feels like kind of a waste to block Pluto. Mostly because he's not taking any damage this turn. Perfectly immune to all damage this turn. Alright, so your girl up here has unlimited light, but has to use it all. And here is, okay, so the only card I can play that is going to function properly is I have to use Fervid Emotions. We can use Celestial Spear. I guess if I just, like, ignore this, we take 6 damage, but then he doesn't get Celestial Spear next turn, and maybe that's the best. Maybe that's the way. We're gonna focus on one character and just try to kill them as best we can. For attacks that I feel like I can just ignore, randomly determined between 0. So great. Cost 0 cards, get +3 power. All other pages are losing. And this is another card where it's like, how would you, like, if this could completely fuck your turn. I guess if you're playing up against, like I said, I guess if you're playing up against just one other character who is copying your deck, it's really hard to lose. But I don't like counterpart amplification. Because Smoking Pipe is going to get a boost, but everything else is going to suck ass. So I will get rid of those. I will see if it's possible to get rid of those. Oh my fucking god! This bozo just blocked or just dodged my my Fervid Emotions. Just completely dodged it. I hate it here. I hate it here. I like banked. I basically gambled my entire turn on just doing enough damage to one person to be able to take them out. And we did get a stagger off, but it kind of doesn't feel worth it. Okay, target recovers 6 HP and gains endurance this scene. Allies only once per scene. The +1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we get a +6. Makes this a base 7. Oh, great. They immediately go hard on trying to throw out the contracts again. He's got 2 contracts of liberty also. Like, what? Shit. I think that just kills that guy outright. And 3-7. Yeah, I think Will of the City. I would love to play something else, but I think we only need 3. I'm pretty sure we could just level up our light. I hate that they're playing 999. I'm the real one. Our total bonus here is 6. So we tie with the first attack and maybe beat the second attack, and then the third attack guaranteed hits us. Not a lot of great options here. Gale Kick. Do we have to spend all of our light with this character? We do have enough stuff that we can play. I don't think this is going to be enough to beat out this character's attacks. I hate this attack. I'm the real one, 999. It's so much damage to deal with. And like one of those attacks is going to get through. Like it's basically guaranteed that one of those attacks is going to get through. At least, if not more. And then these 3 6-10s, Magic Onslaught. I don't have the dice. I don't have the dice to deal with all this nonsense. I could have sworn I got rid of Counterpart Liberty. How is this not in my hand? Stays in hand. I thought this, never mind, I'm an idiot. On use stays in hand, so you literally can't get rid of the contractual obligations. You can't toss them out of your hand. I guess, I don't know. I guess I thought that was that was a thing that you could do, but now that I'm thinking about it, what CG was saying before, like, if I just ran Purple Tear Hakma and then modified Purple Tear so that it's literally only getting bonuses to defense. I think I'm gonna actually try to do that. This fight is annoying me, and I think with a ton of bonuses to defense and a bunch of 0 cost cards, we could probably fuck around. Let me see. If I just take guard stance, and we literally get rid of everything in guard stance. We're gonna keep Serpentine Barrier. We're gonna keep Beyond. We're gonna just look for cards that have block. And we're going to focus entirely on blocking. Like, I guess, like, I want to take, maybe I want to take 3 Beyonds. Beyond's got card draw and other nice stuff in there. We can take 2 Serpentine Barrier. That's all I have. We'll go in here and we'll modify plus offensive dice. We'll get rid of that. At the start of the scene, inflict 3 fragile, and we can ignore that. And we can do, on a successful hit, deal +1 to 2 stagger damage if the target has burn. We can ignore that. And then we can also get rid of that. So we can get rid of all of these pages, and then we can just go to defensive dice. Those are unsuccessful attacks. Defensive dice power +1. Perfect. Walter's Page. Liquefied flesh. Perfect. That's another one. Gives us +2. Anybody else? Your shield. I think that's Walter's. Okay. What is the other one? Endurance? What does endurance do? I'm trying to remember. Protection just reduces the amount of damage that you take. Deal 1 to 2 stagger damage to the opponent upon winning a clash. Yeah. Boost the max value of defense dice by 3 at a 25% chance. I mean, sure. Why not? What about endurance? After spending a charge, no. At emotion level 2 or above. Gain 1 endurance at the start of the scene. I don't have any of those kind of things, but that would be neat if I did. If the character has 11 or more charge at the start of the scene, gain 2 protection. I think protection just reduces the amount. For every 30% of max HP lost this act, gain 1 endurance at the start of the scene up to 2. No. 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 If a character has 11 or more charge at the start of the scene, gain 2 protection. Oh, that's just going to reduce the damage we take. I don't think I'm going to do that. We take that. And I guess the flat obvious choices have already been chosen. We're starting out with a base of +4 to our defensive dice. We don't need to worry about light. We're getting hit with everything, so we have all of those buffs at the same time. We'll get strength, and it doesn't really matter because we've got tons of defense. I'm just trying to fill a slot that I'm not sure is going to be something I need to worry about. Let me see. We've got 3 left to play with. Let's just see what options exist. We'll turn off any of the other tickers. Lone Fixer. Gain 3 strength if no other allies are present. I mean, like, sure, we could take that. It's not really going to matter. If through a few pages in hand, gain 1 strength next scene. Yeah, that doesn't really matter either. Sure, we'll put this in there. I don't think it's gonna matter. I don't think this is going to matter. Okay, and then we're going to just need to slap in more defensive stuff. Let's see. Bion is right out the gate just letting us draw a bunch of cards. But I do need other cards that have different costs. I kind of want to try to do only defensive cards. But I guess it is probably a good idea to take some other stuff and slap that in there as well. What about what is that one card? The one that's just like 2 guards right at the front, and then it's got an attack. In the ladder side, it's a 2 cost. Not seize you a chance. Where is it? Where is she at? Where's she at? Am I like losing it? Am I losing my shit over here? I could have sworn. Here it is, Iron Wall. Gain 1 endurance next scene at emotion level 3 or higher, gain 2 endurance instead. I feel like that's a really good, that's probably a really good card to bring in. Maybe we don't take Bijou, we take 3 Iron Walls. The tricky bit, I guess, is going to be whether or not like we hit a point where we can't play enough cards to be able to get, like, we can't play enough cards to be able to spend all of our light, because I think that we have, like, that's going to create a problem if we can't spend all of our light. If we have cost, all of the 1 cost cards, and just take a peek at those. I guess a Cumulus Wall. It's been so long, Cumulus Wall. I don't know that that's necessarily going to be something we'd want to bring. Maybe we don't go that far back. But Cumulus Wall on a defense boost deck is pretty strong, I think. All dice in this page gain 2 power. Sense Quarry. I think if we had something that's 1 cost that has draw and multiple defensive dice, that would be pretty dope. But I don't know that we have anything like that. Energy Shield gives draw. We get rid of these. It gives charge. It doesn't have any draw though, and I think I just got rid of a card. I think I just got rid of 2 cards that have draw. No, I think we need to keep Bion maxed out. It's just that the draw is too good. Brace up. I want to brace up. I don't think this is going to be balanced enough to handle the fight, but we are going to try. Cool. And we start out on guard up. So we'll just use a brace up right out the gate. And we'll take all of the contracts. So can we baptize ourselves? On a deflect, deal half of the block dice roll as physical damage to the opponent. Holy shit, we get puppets instead? Man, that's fucky. Okay, so I didn't know that I didn't know that this was gonna play out like this. I didn't think they were just gonna give us puppets instead. That's really fucked up, man. Alright, shit. I'm pretty sure we just lose. I don't know. I would love to know how somebody did this using just like one character's build. Maybe it's because I'm gonna like this is not obviously this is not gonna work. That's not what it does. We're gonna try to swap the build out to a different character and see if that does anything. Because we're mashing up against puppets. I think it's just gonna have 3 puppets and then this character, but it's worth a shot. I'm just trying to conceptualize like how did the person that you're talking about CG, I guess it's a video, you just have to share it with me because I have like no idea how this is possible. Oh, so they are all her. Interesting. Okay, so this might change. This might change the setup. Maybe. Any combat page whose cost is 1 lose 25% of HP. Okay, so I can't use any of the 1 cost combat pages. Alright, so we need to focus specifically on targeting characters who are going to be hitting us. I genuinely, I don't know how the person did what is being described. Okay, so, so I don't know, I don't know if this is going to work in the long term, but that was a really strong turn. I definitely don't have enough cards this early on to be able to handle it. Deal and take twice as much stagger damage on a deflect. So like, I guess this combo would be this would be the combo that would make it come to life, right? But even though, even with that, I still don't see, oh, so if the character plays any pages that's cost is 3, lose 25% HP. Okay. 1 cost gains 3 power. Oh, I took damage because I didn't use all my light. I literally have to use all of my light. And I don't have enough dice. I don't have enough dice to do this. I had no idea how ya boy. I guess I just have to see it. I feel like the counters, and we're not doing like any deflect. He just ate all of our stuff, and we just got stagger deflected. Yeah. I don't know how that works. I don't know how it's supposed to work. I do see like the damage come out, and I do see like blocks and stuff coming out, but when you only have 2 dice, even if I played 2, which I couldn't, I didn't have enough light to do it. Even if I played 2 of those, what are they called? Serpentine Barrier back to back, I still don't think that would have been enough to be able to absorb all of the dice. That would be enough to absorb 6 dice, and they have a total of what, 11. So we're just not absorbing half of the dice in the encounter. Interesting idea, but I don't think that's the way, which is mildly aggravating. Now I've got to go back and rebuild an entire other page, which I don't necessarily love. Not there. Over here. It's Iron Wall, I think, is the one. Serpentine Barrier of Beyond. And I've gotta remodify all of that stuff because we fucked around with all of her passive attributions. I cannot remember what we had attributed. Callow got at the start of the scene. Every 3rd offensive die gains 1 power. Starting with the 4th scene, all offensive dice gain +1 power instead. And then I could have sworn it was some kind of power boost, but I cannot remember for the life of me what I had on here. It was the Bayard Office Fixers page, which has the offensive position. And I think I had one more in here that was a 1 cost. So many options. This is one I'm gonna need to have Necro tell me what the fuck I even had on here, because I can't remember for the life of me. We'll just leave it like that. It'll be fine. Multi-slash Graze. Thank you for the hydrate, Keldy. This fight is aggravating the ever-loving shit out of me. Straight up. Bamboo-hatted Kim. And I think that's a good choice. We'll keep Bamboo-hatted Kim in. Multi-slash graze the grass, will of the city, and will of the prescript. Sturdy defense. And I think we take, what's the other one? Zhao has it. Let me see your deck, Zhao. No, does Zhao have it? Zhao doesn't have it. Who's got this card? Bayard. Bayard's got it. Alright, Bayard, where's the card? Iron Wall, that's what it's called. Okay. So our single strike person, Holly, is going to pick up that one buff. I guess we have Elena's page pick up the Liberty. We had somebody pick up who's built for light. No, Elena's the one who's built for light, right? Yeah, Elena's the one who's built for no light generation. So Elena or May picks up no light generation. We'll have Ken pick up Liberty. All right, but let's just, I think we just need to get, maybe it's just we need to get reps and we need to get like a lucky series of events, but we got into the second phase, but I'm just like struggling. I'm struggling in so many ways. Contract of Might. And we want the Contract of Light over here. We'll use Will of the Prescripts. And then Speed. We can use Will of the Prescript. Contract of Swiftness. And then we can use High Kick as well. Simeon. What do you take? Liberty randomizes the cost. Must use pages with a certain cost. So we take Graze the Grass, put Liberty on him, and then we put in pages of a certain cost, gain power, others lose power. Alright, let's just try again. We're getting close. I believe. Okay. So May's got that sweet, delicious, unlimited light situation. We can use Fervid Emotions over here. Playing off of a 7. Fervid Emotions can beat Extreme Edge, but it's gonna be close. Brace up. So we can use Counterpart Light. We can use the Counterpart cards no matter what. We can basically always use those. And they never go away. So if I can't use a card for a turn for any particular reason, then we just do that. No one-sided attacks for Hakama over here, but shouldn't be a problem. We like intercepting attacks. Duel. Reduce power of opponent's next die. 8 to 17, but don't we have the +1 and then we have the +2, so we've got +3, which makes this an 11 to 20. It's still a duel. It's still a chance that we lose. Let me take a look at something else. Maybe we're gonna go after Shadow Image instead. because that is going to cause, I think, the most, that's going to wreak the most havoc. And then we'll use Will of the City. Here. Alright. And 3. Whose original cost is 3 or less. So that means I can... Qi Wen is a 3 cost, isn't it? So I can use Qi Wen and Fiery Waltz. At the start of the scene, randomize the cost of all combat pages whose original cost is 3 or less. If the character plays any combat page whose cost is 3, not whose original cost is 3, whose cost is 3. So that means I can play Fiery Waltz and I can play Qi Wen. And we're safe. Cool. Okay. Sweet dreams, boo-boos. I'll see you later. Thank you so much for coming and hanging out. Always happy to have you here. Six. The shadow image, I think I'm gonna ignore it. I think I can ignore that safely. I think this attack is something I'm going to have to intercept because I don't want to take a Celestial Spear to the face. But we can do a Fiery Waltz up here. See, I'm trying to determine which attacks I can just ignore, and I kind of feel like this other attack I can also ignore. We can do a Qi Wen up here. So this one and this one I can ignore. Shadow images I can also kind of ignore, but duel is going to inflict the most damage from that. This needs to be countered. I can't ignore it, unfortunately. Fervid Emotions is probably not going to cut it for that. What can I do? Well... yeah, what can I do? Fuck. Yeah, my options are take the damage straight to the face or take the damage. Yeah, Fervid Emotions is going to be able to maybe beat this out if they low roll, but I don't think that's something I can bank on. Yeah, it's just a shitty situation. We're trying to delete one of them outright. Ever spinning gear wheel. What's the deal over here? When playing combat pages whose cost is 1, we get bonus of 3 power, and all the other cards don't get any bonus. Fucking hate that. I hate it. The 7, we're getting hit with a Qi Wen over here. Yikes. So I guess what I could do is I could hit the Celestial Spear up here, and then when the Qi Wen comes in and hits, I have a possibility of like blocking it out. Because we've got counter. And we'll hit with a Class and Respect. Like, a lot of this is we are just kind of rolling the dice here for a lot of this shit. I just, like, I don't have enough dice. I don't have enough dice to play against all this shit that they're hitting me with. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Oh, never mind. Sorry, that was the Celestial Spear free dice. And how? Like, I just can't, I'm blown. I just, like, can't, like, I can't understand how this is hitting me so fucking hard. Like, Ken's almost dead in, like, 1 turn. He must have lost all of his clashes, like, every single one of them. And the person that I focused all of my attention on, not even close. Not even close to dead. Oh, big yikes. I mean, we did get a stagger off, but holy shit, Ken almost completely died for it. Like, it one turn just almost completely died. Alright, so we've got 3. When playing combat pages whose cost is 3, 0 and 3 each scene, Jesus Christ. So literally, I can't ever play Ever Spinning Gear Wheel and have it do full damage. I hate this. Counterpart amplification can go get fucked. Gain 4 smoke and draw 1 page. We are at 3 this time. We do get the nice big juicy boost to 3. We'll use brace up. That should just kill that guy outright. And now we can have everybody else focus on the others. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of almost inclined to swap to guarding stance. Because I think if I don't have Serpentine Barrier up, I'm about to take a fuck ton of damage on Hakma. So we can do a Sturdy Defense. And then we can do a Serpentine Barrier. No, we can't do both. Shit. We are 1 light shy, and we don't have the... Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the thing that I had on here, was the Trigram ability. Alright, so change of plans. We do an Iron Wall, and we do a Serpentine Barrier. Not enough to be able to use Blood Spreading yet, but we're getting close. May has to use all of her light this turn. We could use Duel. That's going to give me a 3/7. And then we can use... what? Biji? Cannot use Blazing Strike yet. Whose cost is 0. Lose 25% HP. Well, that sucks. I literally can't play Blazing Strike. Multi-slash costs 2 and Violent Flame costs 3 this turn. This is ass! Alright, let's see what Holly can do. Maybe we do Counterpart Might over here and block one of those bits. And then we could edge extremely. We could alternatively use Gale Kick, which is going to get +2, +4. So that'll give us a base 6 to 10. 6 to 10 for a defense dice. We just need a good roll for that. And then we could just win out for that one. And then we could also edge extremely. I guess we use Counterpoint or Counterpart and Multi-slash. I don't know. What a shitty circumstance to be in. Yep, that we're fucked. Gale Kick missed. We just take a shit ton of damage on Holly. Our die rolls were theoretically better, like significantly better, but it just doesn't matter. Because if it is possible for me to get fucked over, it will happen. Jesus, tap dancing Christ. Now we've got Holly knocked out for the rest of the next turn. I just don't understand how they keep winning all these. Insane. Deal twice as much stagger damage on a deflect. We did swap to guarding stance, didn't we? So we do the deflect guards. We do the Lord's Will and deflect. We can also... So the Beyond is going to give us 2 page draw. Biji. And maybe a Graze the Grass. How about a Will of the City? What if we do a cheeky little Will of the City? I think we can ignore that. We're gonna hope this AoE hits and does good work, because if it doesn't, I think we're in trouble. Holly is down for the count. I mean, if this is a one-sided attack, maybe I can land 2 cost? No 2 costs. Got it. Who else is hitting this guy up here is hitting Holly as well? Why you guys bullying Holly? Stop fucking with my mom. Leave her alone. So we did manage to land the big hit. I was hoping that we'd be able to get a stagger or 2 off, but it looks like that's just not going to happen. So I think Holly's just dead. Yeah, that sucks. I don't know how to keep these copies like under control. Maybe I just need more. Maybe like my problem is I just don't have enough. I just don't have enough damage. I'm missing something, I think. Have a nice night, Keldy. I'll see you later. We're missing something for sure. We've got the staggers out though. So I think we're maybe in a better spot than we were last time. Oh, you're saying bye to Falgrim. Okay. I didn't know. I didn't want to presume. You know, I know people be busy. People got life and the joy of living. People got lots of shit going on, so still delighted you're still here, but don't push yourself. I want to start playing. Necro and I were talking recently. I want to start playing what's it? Vermintide 2 soon, if possible. Alright, so I think I only need to edge extremely once. And then this guy should just be cooked. But Holly's got 12 burn on her. I think she's dead. Like, she's just dead at the end of this next turn. We do have Health Hauler, and we do have Mind Hauler. Unfortunately, 6 versus 12, I just don't, like, I don't see it. I don't think it's possible for us to survive this. Yeah, I think we're just fucked. Yikes. Hyper-focusing on Subnautica. You need to send... Oh, yeah. So how deep are you in Subnautica, and have you played it to completion before? I love Subnautica. It's one of my favorite games ever. How deep? Never played it to completion before. Ocean Scurry. Currently I'm hunting for Cyclops engine so I can build that. Cyclops is so fun. Once you get it, it's super fun to play with. Bestest of luck to you. That it is like, I know that it's a tough game to I think it's a tough game to complete. Most people in my oh, are you fucking me? Are you fucking me? How did you fail Beyond? How did you fuck up Beyond that bad? Oh my god. It's honestly sometimes it's just unbelievable. How'd you do that? It's actually it's impressive. I'm not even mad. How did you fuck it up that bad? Yeah, but one of the things that I love so much about Subnautica is the atmosphere. It is spooky. Restore 1 additional light if the selected librarian also has the abnormality page Baptism. Its effect is enhanced. Fully recover, stagger resist, and purge all status ailments. Also applies all. Okay. So, synchronize with White Knight. I think we're going to take Paradise Lost. Someone posted, if you're scared, know that you can permanently kill the scary guys. So put on the Doom soundtrack that, that helped way more than I expected. Just be Doom guy. That's what it comes down to, right? Just simply be Doom guy. How did this fucker survive? Honestly, I just don't understand it sometimes. Okay, if we pull this in from Serpentine Barrier, we can use Sturdy Defense here. Trying to pull a bunch of attacks into Hakma. And I guess we can do... What do we want to do here? BG? And then multi-slash. This, he should be dead. This should kill him, but you never know. This team has been shitting the bed so hard. The last several turns, I'm not even sure. Not even sure what to do anymore. Oh, we get +3 on this. Which means if we do that, we're going to take damage. Maybe we do Assault Order. We're still going to take damage. Like, either of those. Both of those are just fucked. This is so much to keep track of. It really is. It's so much to keep track of. I kind of hate it. I think May just uses... Let's just use... Wait, May has to use all of her light this turn, right? So... And I have to use... Yeah, so Fervid Emotions. Okay. And then maybe we have Simeon synchronize with Paradise Lost. Cool. So that guy's fucking dead. Love to see it. Interested to see what this Paradise Lost thing looks like. Advent. Huh. Now I can't use any cards that are cost 0. Fuck. Fear Thou Not. Which is just 6 to 9 damage. Why are we just... Oh shit, it turns everybody else into stuff I don't have any control of. Oh my god. I think I might have just fucked myself. This is bad. All allies recover 6 HP and stagger resist. I can restore light to myself. Behold my power. Shit. I did not think that I was going to come into this with no light at all. It's, sketchy. To say the least. I think I might have just fucked myself just by using White Knight. Especially on Simeon, who has, like, no light. Yeah, these are all 0. I think I'm just gonna kill myself because yeah, like, this bitch over here staggered himself. Oh my god. I hate this. This is such a pain in the ass. All allies recover 6 HP and stagger resist. So I guess that's the way. And he's copying White. This is ass. Oh my god, I hate this. Oh no. I am thy savior. We'll play that again. We'll do that. We'll do another one of those. Another cheeky I am thy savior. Fear thou not. On this turn, combat start, give 1 strength to everybody. Benediction. I think we're just fucked. I can heal a little bit, but it's not going to be enough. Am I right that every one of these orchestra members is paired against a specific Serapha? Are you talking about when you say orchestra member, are you talking about the reverberation ensemble? Oh, we're staggered again. I'm pretty sure that we are just fucked. I'm pretty sure we're just screwed. Recover 8 HP and stagger resist for every enemy present. Benediction. Benediction. And I cannot use I am thy savior. I can't use it. But yeah, ensemble, music people. The reverberation ensemble? Yeah, so the reverberation ensemble is like 1 per floor, 1 character or one unit per floor. I will never use this card again. Synchronize with White Knight sounds so cool, but then whenever you actually do it, although I don't know, like I think if I had gone heavier in, I mean we're fucked now. Hakma's almost dead. I think yeah, Hakma's at 1 hit point. Mei is at 1 hit point. Can they not die in this state? Oh, wonderful. And everybody's staggered when we get out. Oh my god. This is over. This is so over. It's not even funny. And I genuinely I think synchronizing is what it just completely fucked me. Like I can't, there is no recovering from this because I synchronized. And he's just like asserting, he's bringing out these characters, and if I don't kill them instantly, then it's game over. I don't even know what to say. I'm like, I'm so miffed. One, I really hate losing control of my characters. I feel like that was in the fine print and I just didn't read. 2, this shit is just ass. This shit is so ass. All other allies gain 2 protection each scene. It doesn't matter, because we lose. It's Jover. I'm hard locked. Cannot act targetable by librarians once staggered the barrier dissolves. Like, I literally, I'm fucked. I can't, like, it's over. I don't even know, like, I recovered all of my HP, and it's like, no, it doesn't really matter. So my random ass guess is, based on my LobCorp experience, that the fights are thematically aligned to the enemy plus librarian thematically. What do you mean? Because Hakma, like, in this particular fight, I'm not, like, especially relating it to Lobotomy Corporation, this doesn't relate to the Hakma fight in any way. This guy is, Pluto is just doing what he does and making copies. And he makes copies of my characters, and then after I kill those copies, I can actually fight him, and then he makes more copies of my characters. So what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that I'm seeing that passive damage is really strong. Damage like bleeding, and stuff like that. I honestly, I think I had a pretty solid shot of taking him out if I hadn't used White Knight. If I hadn't used White Knight, I think I would have had him that time. Okay, so Light to May. Strength to Holly. Or Might, rather, to Holly. Amplification or Liberty. I think Liberty is the one, and then Amplification is the other one. We want to use Brace Up, and then we get Speed on your girl Hakma. Yeah, so until this phase is finished, he's immune to Bleed and Burn and all of the other status effects. But once this phase is finished, he's not immune to those status effects anymore. So I can put Burn on him now, but it's not going to have any effect until we actually, you know, get him into the next phase. So I've got to kill the little guys as basically as quickly as possible. But I guess the only thing we're gonna see here is whether or not the encounter gets more difficult, essentially, as we progress, because he's summoning new little guys, and I am going to have to take those guys out, or at the very least stagger them, in order to free up my characters. Just like right out the gate, I really hate the cards that he throws at me right out the gate. All right, so we do have amplification for Vapor, so Vapor should be able to contend with this. But that does put me in a spot where, like, the other card I play is definitely going to fail. This is a 1/2, and I can just, like, I could clash with this, or I could just ignore it. If I just ignore it, this basically does 1 to 2 damage, and it's not a big deal. There are several cards that are coming out like that that don't have a lot of damage that they're going to do, and they're mostly just ignorable. I'm gonna save this dice until a little bit later. I wanna try to identify what I can do. Would mass attacks AoEs work for the little weenies? I mean, yeah, mass attacks are great. Unfortunately, most of the mass attacks require such a build-up. Like, for example, this one right here, Blood Spreading, did a lot of damage, did a good job, but I can't use it right now. I have to get my characters emotionally charged, while juggling with, like, the nonsense that I have on my hands as well. Like, I've got 5. I can't use... I'm guaranteed to take 10% of max HP. I'm gonna take 10% of my max HP and damage because I can't use all of my light this turn. It's annoying. It's super super annoying, but yeah, this is where we are. Like, we're gonna do counterpart light to block some damage there. We can edge extremely and almost guarantee that we're gonna beat that out, and then we can use class and respect. I guess, like, the question is, who do I want to... Who's my enemy number one? Like, who's the person I want to take out the most? I guess it might be Mei? I don't like Philip particularly either, because Philip has a bunch of burn cards. Gotta send you a cool combat page database. I'm almost to the point where I can use it. I'm not going to use any support stuff until I'm done with this. I'm not going to use any support stuff until I'm finished. All right, so let's use Sharpened Blade and Snake Slit combined together with the bonus strength we have. We should be able to just pick one character and just delete them. So we've still got some wild dice out here that I haven't allotted to. Let's see. Cost is 1. We lose 25% of HP, which means I can use Chi Wen and I can use Rekindled Strike. I really don't want to use Rekindled Strike on him. It's such a waste. I'll use it here. He's just getting free hits on me this turn. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I think I just learned something that's super super important that I haven't been paying attention to. I've been kind of fucking myself, I think. The type of damage that they're going to be weak to is related directly, I think, to the character that they're copying from. So, like, I'm taking damage in my weak points, in, like, my holes, and I'm probably not dealing damage effectively. So, like, the slash damage, I need to check, but I'm like almost positive. The slash damage that I was just doing was completely negated by that guy. But if I had done slash damage on either of these two, I think I would have been able to take them out. I'm gonna restart, because, like, that first turn is crucial. It is crucial that I delete one of them as quickly as possible. And I think I fucked myself in the very, very first turn. It's such a silly, like, elementary thing. Like, I definitely should have already been paying attention to that. It's one of those, like, rookie mistake kind of things. Yeah, it's true. Rookie mistake. I don't know what else to say. It was a rookie mistake. Amplification. No, not amplification. We've got Liberty. Speed over here. We're gonna switch to slashing stance. And do multi-slash. And then brace up. So this might kind of explain why I'm like, whenever I do get hit, I'm taking so much more damage than I'm dealing out, because I've just been applying abilities based on what's going to beat the enemy's dice, or what's going to have the highest chance to beat out the enemy's dice, not based on what's going to hit their weaknesses the hardest. So we can go for one of the characters. We can either go for top left or bottom right with our slash damage. Unfortunately, like, they rolled really high and we can't intercept with Holly in either case, really. But we do have Violet Blade, which is going to beat that out. Sharpened Blade, 2, 4, 5. Gives us a base 6 to an 8. That's not looking great for beating out Extreme Edge. What about something else? I mean, Violet Blade would absolutely win, but I don't think we can play Violet Blade against that. We could just eat that because we're gonna take stagger damage, but not a ton of actual like physical damage, and then that keeps Hawkma safe because he's able to attack and counter both of these. And then this slashing damage needs to come in on one of these two. So we can hit this with slashing damage. That'll pop him real good. And then multi-slash is our bonus attack. We can do that down here. The 7 is an assault order that's coming in. We can use Fervid Emotions. That will counter the first one. But we could also use Fervid Emotions here and then have the passive of Fervid Emotions kind of go against these. I think that's what we're going to do. And then we have a 7 that is just a block that we can use to block out one of these. I think if we use the block dice, or if we use the block cards to block out one of these like shadow image things, we can kind of make them waste a turn the next turn. So I can use like Counterpart Liberty to eat one of those. And then it's unfortunate because we're kind of losing the opportunity to use better cards, but we can use Chi Wen somewhere else. Chi Wen is Slash and Blunt, which is going to do a bunch of damage down here. This I can ignore. This last one is coming from Magic Onslaught over here. Maybe we use Counterpart Might and Extreme Edge over here. Rekindling Strike is gonna hit over here. Fuck. And we've got 2 is, yeah, so this is not even, Vapor is not even going to be able to do maximum damage. Do I have anything else that can intercept that? I don't think so. Like Extreme Edge, but that's not, we don't have the dice. I don't have the dice. That's just it. I don't have the dice. We're gonna just eat that. I don't like it, but we're just gonna eat that. How? How? This motherfucker just dodged all my shit. They don't have any, like, they don't have any bonuses. How the fuck are they beating out all of my jacked out characters? No strength on that guy. I can see it. Alright, that was one of the best turns we've seen. So that was cracked, comparatively speaking. Kind of questioning my, kind of second guessing my choice of Vapor over here. 3 costs get the most damage. We could do 6 to 19. Is going to turn that into a 9 to 21. We could intercept one of those with Vapor. getting just swarmed with I'm the real one. Maybe if we don't, if they win the clash, if we ignore them, maybe they send out I'm the real one. Maybe that's what's happening, because I'm the real one is one of the things that is absolutely fucking my fucking my shit up over here. Acupuncture. So we're getting 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes that a 7 to 9. Could make it an 8 to 9, or I could do Violet Blade. I think Violet Blade is the play here. Clashing against that, it should win. And then maybe be able to put this other guy out of commission. I don't know. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with these. I'm the real ones. May is not getting targeted by anybody this turn. Rooster's Crow. Over here. And then what you gonna do, Holly? What are you even gonna do? Celestial Spear is not gonna be able to keep up with that 4 to 8 block. And I don't get any of my bonuses. I don't get any bonuses for blocking. I still think Celestial Spear is probably my best bet. I could beat out one of these dice with Brace Up. Three costs, get the boost, get the biggest damage boost. Maybe Guidance of the Gears? This guy's on fire. I literally only need to deal like 4 damage to him, and he'll be dead. Alright, 2 cost is the one that will screw me over this turn. Still can't use Blazing Strike, which you just love to see it. Fiery Waltz, if the target has 4 or more burn. When inflicting burn using combat pages, the scene do an additional stack. And then we can, yeah, I think I could do Violent Flame on Pluto, and then Fiery Waltz on Pluto as well. Or maybe Violent Flame on somebody else. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of like that passive, but I don't know how this is gonna play out. It doesn't look great right now. Well, we did beat out one of those attacks. Okay, never mind. Sorry, that was Celestial Spear's defense. That I was about to be indignant. Okay, Holly is staggered. That's not great. I think that first turn, if I ignore them and I don't beat out their clash, that's when they hit really, really hard. And then I have a bad day. Holly's almost dead. Don't even think she's gonna survive because I think she's on fire. I think she's just dead. That sucks. Yeah, she's dead. I think she'd have to heal. But we're getting hit with, oh my god, she's got blood spreading. Okay. We're leaving to the title. Oh my god. Okay. So that I'm the real one card it's too good. It's just too good. And May needs to be targeted first because she's got an AoE and I can't abide that getting off. Okay. Not great. This fight is so fucked. It's so fucked. I can't believe we've been on. Well, we did Bina's fight, right? I didn't like hallucinate that. We beat Bina's fight pretty easily, but this Pluto fight, man, what a pain in the dick hole. Okay, so I have to beat out all of these shadow images. All of the shadow images need to be beat out, and we're gonna beat them out with the counterparts, if possible, whenever possible. So this one right here on Clash Lose, this character will use the page that was clashed against it next scene. Let me see. So we have Counterpart Light. If I play this, I'm pretty sure it's going to lose against that particular card. I'm gonna have to take another peek at it. This one right here, I think whatever counterpart we want to is gonna be able to beat it. There we go. Counterpart Liberty should be able to beat that out. And we've got Counterpart Swiftness, and then we've got two cards here. This character will use the page that was clashed against next scene. I think this 3 to 10 dodge is kind of fucking me up here. It's like I could use duel, but then they're going to get 2 duels next turn. I can beat it with a couple of things, but if I beat it with a good card, then that means I have to deal with a good card next turn. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to deal with a good card next turn. I want to deal with a dog shit baby bitch card to beat it out. Having 2 of them use contracts, though, that's actually pretty great. As long as I don't give them like a good card to play against me next turn, if I beat them out with contracts for just those 2, I think that would probably be enough. All right. I really don't want to waste fervent emotions on that. Ugh. We could do BG. And I could use Rooster's Crow as well. Holly is out of fucking light. Man. Out of light and dog shit rolls. I don't even know. I don't even know what to do. Out of light and bad rolls. We're using slashing damage. It needs to go on the characters who take slashing damage at the very least. So we'll do that. We've got blunt damage. May takes blunt damage. We will focus on May for this turn. And we've got a +3, which means we can just barely beat out Celestial Spear if we roll good. If we don't roll good, then we're not going to beat it out. What happens if a dodge goes up against a block in a clash? It's something I want to see. I'm going to turn quick mode off because I want to see that play out. Playing anything that costs 1 is bad for Simeon this turn, but we can play Chi-Wen. Chi-Wen / blunt. Deep drag. Two costs get a boost to their stuff. Pierce /. Adequate. Okay. They rolled an 18. They high rolled. I don't think I can beat them. Oh, tied. My god. So much damage. Ouch, ouch. Oh my god. Yeah, that didn't play out like I was hoping. That didn't go well at all. Okay, what? I lost. My counterpart Liberty failed to beat the roll. I must have rolled a fucking 3. I swear to God. So yeah, if you don't give them another card to play, if you don't beat those, then they play something that's cracked and they will fuck you up. All right. It's literally just playing. It's like play one turn and find out if you're going to be able to if you're going to be able to progress or not. I did not draw good starting cards. So Shadow Image right here is 6 out of 6. And then this one is On Clash Lose. This character, yeah, this is 1, 2, 6 out of 6. And then this is the one that's really hard to beat. So basically, I think what we do is we switch Hakma to Guarding Stance. We use... Oh my god, when I switch stances, I lose the card? You have to be kidding me. I hate it here. I hate it here. I really do. I hate it. Oh god damn it. We're getting pretty close to the end of stream. I think I'm gonna wind up I think I'm gonna wind up ending the stream here pretty soon. But I have to say, like, this is this is just really aggravating. We're taking liquefied flesh, I think. And what's the other one? Your Shield. And we can take one more 1 cost. 25% chance to boost defensive dice by +3. And we're going to just start off in guard mode, right? We're going to just start off in guard mode. I'm wondering if, like, maybe it would behoove me to absorb the light one, but no, we're not gonna change multiple parts of the strategy. In the very first turn, Hakma is going to switch over to defensive mode, take defensive mode, and then is going to run defensive mode the whole fight, because I just get to keep that 1 card in my hand forever. and I can just keep playing it. So boosting the max value, or sorry, we get defensive dice power +2, and then we have another that's +2, turns our basic bitch defense of like 2 to 5 into a 6 to 9. Nice. And and then we get all of our other defensive stuff. We'll just play. We'll just be defense. I hate it here. This particular fight is really obnoxious. And I think it's the it's like the fact that when I make a change, they make a change, and that is annoying to deal with, I guess. But I think getting past that one card, when they play 999, like that shit hurts really bad. And even if we have one of them that plays 2 of those, I'm the real one, I can probably defend against it with Serpentine Barrier and Hakma's build. I could probably do something with it, but my goodness gracious, it is it is a struggle, to say the least. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out, but for right now, I am completely out of gas. I have no more gas left. It's cooked, as they say. Bina done, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Hakma, this is an annoying fight. I'm very curious to hear, like, Necro is probably playing 100 line, but like I'm very curious to hear what Necro has to say about the Hakma fight, because this is definitely my least favorite fight so far. I don't like Pluto. He's annoying. I wanna kill him. I don't like White Knight. I don't like that White Knight card. Dog shit card. Losing control of my character is incredibly aggravating. Thematically, very cool. Like the vibes, superb, very nice. In practice, like as a system, dog shit. Hate it. Never use it again. Anyway, that's gonna be it for me. There's no outro music. There's no outro music at all. All I've got is dead silence, because this game turns off the best part. I guess what I'll do is I can click on this. Oh, we've got some outro music. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a delightful evening. Bye. This was decompression. I appreciate you saying that, but yeah, I'm aggravated, but I had fun. I'll see you guys later.